Here at home, the Supreme Court of Canada today ruled that the Quebec City mosque shooter has the right to apply for parole after 25 years. This decision, upholding a Quebec Court of Appeal ruling, could have implications on criminal sentencing across the country. Alexandre Bissonnette was originally sentenced to life without the chance of parole for 40 years for murdering 6 people. The CBC's Alison Northcott is in Montreal with those details.
Court struck down a provision that was added to the criminal code in 2011 that allows judges to issue longer periods of parole ineligibility in cases of mass murders. So the automatic sentence for first-degree murder is life in prison with no parole for 25 years. But this provision allowed judges to stack up those periods of ineligibility to extend them not having access to parole for many more decades. So the court ruled today that that's a degrading punishment, that it's incompatible with human dignity. It described it as cruel and unusual and said it's a violation of the Charter. So the unanimous decision says it's not about the value of each human life, but about the limits on the state's power to punish offenders. It said for the objective of rehabilitation to be meaningful, then every inmate needs to have a realistic possibility of parole. So that means for Alexandre Bissonnette, that will now mean that he'll be eligible for parole after 25 years instead of 40 years, which was his original sentence.
Alison Northcott in Montreal. A short time after the Supreme Court ruling, the president of the Quebec Islamic Cultural Centre expressed his disappointment, and he registered his concern for the well-being of survivors and families of the victims.
It doesn't take in consideration the atrocity of the tragedy, killing 6 persons and injuring 5 of them. And as I talk in our conference, our deep concern is about the orphans that will see the murdering person in the road of Quebec City.
Mohamed Labadi said the mass shooting was something mosque members don't ever want to see repeated anywhere in Canada. Also reacting to the Supreme Court ruling was the Conservative Party of Canada. On Twitter, the federal Tories said, quote, Canada's worst murderers must remain locked behind bars. This is unacceptable.